was in the office yesterday, but otherwise, just chilling.
Cool. Dogs in the house going well? Everything there?
Yeah, that's been good.
Good.
Yeah, having 2 pups, a little bit of a change, but
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So, got a lot of pets at home too for me. So,
yeah.
trust me, anyone knows what a house full of animals is like.
How many dogs?
Actually, so we used to be big, like a lot of dogs as my parents gotten older.
Yeah.
Kind of gone to cats where keep them, they don't out, especially when
Yeah.
winters get cold. So we have a couple cats at home. I actually also have a rabbit and a bird as well. So, yeah, my mom's a big animal person, so I take after her in that way.
Sports Radio. You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs pregame show, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. As the Iron Pigs return home after another series victory, their second in a row, taking 3 of 5 last week up in Buffalo. Iron Pigs will look for their 3rd straight series win here today as they welcome in the Syracuse Mets. Hi everybody, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Iron Pigs in the thick of it. Final 4 weeks of the season, they will play 25 games over the ensuing 30 or so days. They come in at 25-24. That's a 60-64 record on the season, 25-24 in the second half. That puts them relatively in the thick of things in the second half pennant chase. Right now, 5 games back of Indianapolis and Rochester tied for the top spot, while Syracuse comes in here a half game better than the Iron Pigs. 4.5 games back, 26-24 in the second half. Mets have owned this series this season, so they have won 9 of the first 12 with 2 series wins over the Pigs. Pigs will try to reverse that course here today and, well, just keep themselves alive, as it'll honestly probably take something close to, or at minimum, a series win every week the rest of the season to put them in potentially a postseason spot. With all that in mind, let's get the starting lineups now, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, where members achieve more. For the Syracuse Mets, it'll be Nick Morabito to lead things off. He's in center field. Emilion Petre is the second baseman. He's going to bat second, acquired in a trade from the Rays at the deadline. Batting third, Mark Vientos on a Good Shepherd rehab assignment with Syracuse. Starting it today, he'll be playing first base. Batting fourth, Ronnie Mauricio. He's the third baseman. MJ Melendez, the right fielder, batting in the 5 spot. Nick LaRusso, the DH, bats 6th. DeAndre Smith from left field will bat 7th. Hayden Sanger hits 8th. He's doing the catching. And Zach Short plays shortstop, bats 9th. Jonathan Santucci on the mound for Syracuse. Quickly for the Pigs as they're about to take the field. It'll be Tommy Pham in left, Rafael Marchand catching, and then Otto Kemp at third. Keaton Anthony at first, Gabriel Conas at right, Colby Thomas in center field, Carter Keyboom at DH, Dylan Moore the shortstop, and Christian Cairo behind the plate. Chuck King is just taking the field along with the rest of his Pigs teammates, will be the starting pitcher. We'll step aside for the national anthem now, and when we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. Iron Pigs and Mets coming up next here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Listening to Iron Pigs Baseball on the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Fergus swings. It's a high drive deep center. Brennan going back to the track at the wall. Cade Fergus. He wins it. It's Fergalicious.
Iron Pigs Baseball is brought to you by Air Products, Be Capital Blue Cross, coca-cola, Cyan Sky Copiers.
Castro swings and unloads deep to the
on a gorgeous Tuesday night. We're at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where it is time for Lehigh Valley IronPigs baseball. Hi everybody, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. The IronPigs welcome in the Syracuse Mets for the penultimate homestand of the season. IronPigs with just 2 more series of baseball here at Coca-Cola Park here in 2026. Enter the final month of the season, final 25 games down the stretch. Right now, 5 games back of Indianapolis and Rochester, so still some hope, still something to play for here for the Pigs, and they basically got to win every series the rest of the way, and that starts here today against the Syracuse Mets. IronPigs at 25-24 in the second half, the Mets at 26-24, half game better than them, so the Pigs a chance to take at least one team down a notch that's ahead of them in the standings right now. We'll send Chuck King to the mound to pitch here in game 1 of the series. King has been pitching very well of late for the Pigs. He is 8-6 with a 4.22 ERA in the year. Earned the win his last time out last week on Tuesday in Buffalo. He threw 6 scoreless innings, gave up just 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 4. He is on the mound today for the Pigs. Defensively behind him, it'll be Tommy Pham in left, Colby Thomas in center field, Gabriel Rincones Jr. in right, Otto Kemp's at third base, Dylan Moore the shortstop, Christian Cairo at second, Keaton Anthony at first, and Rafael Marchand is behind the plate. Nick Morabito comes to the plate to lead things off for Syracuse against Chuck King on the mound. Chuck stands in, 6'5", 215-pound righty. 28 years old, out of Coppell, Texas. Works in the stretch with nobody on base. Kicks and deals the first pitch of the game. Is grounded foul on the third base side, and we are underway. Just a minute late, a 6:46 first pitch here on a gorgeous night in Allentown, PA. Called a 6:45 first pitch, evidently. Watch a minute fast. King back to the stretch. Morabito hitting .256, has got 12 homers. The 0-1. Fastball is outside. A ball and a strike. Perfect night for baseball. 75 degrees at first pitch. Not much wind to speak of. Some big puffy clouds dying in the sky. Not impeding our view or the sunshine. 1-1. Morabito swings, lines it back through the box and into center field for a base hit. So it's a leadoff single for Nick Morabito. King leaves the fastball over the heart of the plate. Morabito turns it around, and the Mets with the leadoff man aboard here. Brings up Emilion Petre. Petre acquired from the Rays at the deadline, part of the big sell-off for the Mets, which has given Syracuse team quite an influx of talent in the second half. Petre, a left-handed hitter, takes a fastball outside. Born up in Quebec, north of the border, Petre attended college at the University of Kentucky, was a second-round pick of the Rays a couple years back. Left-handed hitter, Morabito leads at first. King, short leg kick, the pitch home. Backdoor slider in the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Petre playing just his 7th game with Syracuse when he was first acquired by the Mets, was sent to AA Binghamton. So far, 6 games in, hitting .261, no homers and 1 RBI. 1-1, fastball down and in, ball 2. Nobody out, and the leadoff man aboard for Syracuse. It's Morabito. Over at first, he is 41 for 45 stealing bases. That's top 5 in the International League. Does not run here. 2-1, misses outside. 3 balls, a strike. King with a 4-pitch mix out in the mound. Has a fastball that will oscillate between 4-seamer and sinker. Slider, changeup, curveball. 3-1. Morabito bluffs from first. The pitch is in for a called strike. Marchand holds on to the ball as Morabito turns tail back to first. Goes back to the bag. Took a look at his knee real quick. I'm not sure if just came up lame on that or he just didn't have a good jump. 3-2 on Petre. Morabito a big lead. He's running this time. The payoff. Petre off the hands, fouls it back. Up and over the screen and into the seats. Good crowd for a Tuesday night. The Capitol Blue Cross lawn in left center field just about all the way filled up for a tail-wagging Tuesday. 3-2, Morabito stays put. Petre takes, fastball, it's low. Ball 4, and the Mets with back-to-back base runners to begin the top of the first. Brings up Mark Vientos, a smattering of Mets fans in attendance, applauding his rehab here. Vientos on a Good Shepherd rehab assignment down from the New York Mets. This rehab brought to you by Good Shepherd Rehabilitation Network, the exclusive sponsor of Major League rehab appearances at Coca-Cola Park. First and second, nobody out. Right-handed hitting at Vientos stands in, takes a slider outside. Vientos, somebody that the IronPigs have seen a lot over the past couple of years. Of course, most of that coming when he was down in the minors with Syracuse. Big, tall, right-handed hitter. King set of the chest, 1-0 pitch. Fastball runs down and in. King battling his command early here. Walked Petre, now down the count 2-0 on Vientos. It's been a tough year for Vientos at the big league level, hitting just .211, 11 homers, 35 knocked home. King steps off, chases Morabito back to second base. Two 2-0 on Vientos. Morabito bouncing from second, shortens his lead. 2-0 pitch off the hands, a grounder up the middle, off the mound. Second baseman Cairo gloves, steps on second for one, throws to first in time for the 4-3 double play. Great pitch by Chuck King there, got in on the hands of Vientos. Cairo, good job at second, waiting for it next to the bag, able to glove, step on the base. Turns two. Over to third goes Morabito, now with 2 outs, and the cleanup man, Ronnie Mauricio, coming to the plate. And the Pigs a little bit lucky there in that Vientos hit that ball about 55 feet back to the mound. There was a chance King could have caught it, also could have deflected it. But thankfully, it squirted under his glove. First pitch to Mauricio, change up down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Allowed Cairo to glove it easy. So it'll be up to Ronnie Mauricio here. Switch hitter, stands in from the left side. He's got Morabito at third, 2 gone in the first. 1-0, slider up and away. Ball 2. Mauricio back down with Syracuse, 52nd game with them. Part of that also on a rehab assignment at the beginning of the year. Sitting .281, 15 homers, 46 driven in. 2-0 pitch, Mauricio takes up high. It's ball 3. King maybe trying to choose his poison here, has NJ Melendez on deck. Not really an easier guy to go through. Also has an 876 OPS. But being down 3-0 to Mauricio already here, you might as well cut your losses. 3-0 pitch. Mauricio swings away, hits it high in the air, deep left field. Pham chasing back to the track in front of the wall. He's got room. Makes the catch, pressed up against the fence. Mauricio flies out to the wall on the 3-0 pitch. And King gets out of the first with no damage. Mets threaten, but leave a man at third. Go to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets nothing, and the Pigs coming to bat. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and we're going big. Ashley's Labor Day doorbusters start at just $3.99. Plus, shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free.
Bottom of the first, it's the Syracuse Mets nothing, and the IronPigs coming to bat against Jonathan Santucci on the mound for Syracuse. Santucci making his first outing of the year against the IronPigs. This will be his 5th start in total. Began the year with AA Binghamton. So far with Syracuse, it's been a struggle, 0-2 with a 7.71 ERA in 14 innings. His first taste of AAA. Faces Tommy Pham to lead things off in the bottom of the first. First pitch fastball at 94, misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Santucci was a 46th overall pick by the Mets a couple years ago in 2024 out of Duke. That was in the 2nd round. Lefties 1-0. Pham swings away, pops it down the right field side, and out of play. Santucci broke camp with AA Binghamton this year. 19 starts with the Rumble Ponies. He had a 3.57 ERA. Middle of the rubber is 1-1. Pham swings, lines it out towards deep left field. DeAndre Smith, though, already playing deep. A couple steps towards the corner in front of the track, makes the catch. Pham a hard line out to begin the bottom of the first. Santucci with Binghamton 120 strikeouts in 90 2/3 innings. Led the Eastern League in punch-outs and a .213 opponent's batting average. Defensively behind him today, you already know it's DeAndre Smith playing left field. First pitch to Rafael Marchand's a breaking ball in for a strike. Nick Morabito, man center with MJ Melendez over and right. Ronnie Mauricio's at third, Zach Short is the shortstop. Emilion Petre at second base, Mark Vientos at first, and Hayden Sanger catches. Marchand with a ground ball foul, third base side. It's right off the back of Tank Adamson. Pigs manager and third base coach. Get some hushed tones from the crowd there, but they call him Tank for a reason. It's basically an immovable object over there. 0-2, Marchand takes down and away. A ball, 2 strikes. Marchand continuing his Good Shepherd rehab assignment with the IronPigs. Now playing his 7th game on rehab. Last week in Buffalo, appeared in 3 out of the 5 games, including catching a full 9 innings for the first time. 1-2, slider down and away, all the way to the backstop. 2-2. Santucci, the southpaw on the mound, forces Marchand, a switch hitter, stand in from the right side here. He's got an open stance, 1 out, bottom of the first, no score. 2-2, curveball up and away. It's a full count. Santucci, 6'2", 205-pound lefty, 23 years old, born in Leominster, Massachusetts. Turns towards the plate, payoff pitch. Marchand lays off, fastball down and away. It's ball 4. Marchand, the first base runner for the Pigs, a 1-out walk. Brings up Otto Kemp. IronPigs took 3 of 5 last week from the Bisons, not really on the strength of their offense. 5-1 win on Tuesday, 2-1 win on Wednesday, and then a 7-5 win on Thursday. First pitch to Otto, breaking ball on the inside corner for a called strike. Otto was one of the lone bright spots for the Pigs in the finale on Sunday. Got clobbered 10-2. Santucci the stretch, slide step home, Kemp swings and misses, slider down and away, 0-2. Otto with a pair of hits, 2 for 3. Last week was really focused strong on going the other way. Had a couple of line drive base hits towards right center, including a triple all the way up the alley. 0-2, he chops it over the mound behind second, glove by Petre, flip to shortstop, short across the bag, and the relay to first is late. They do force out Marchand out at second base, though. Kemp able to beat the double play chance. It's a really nifty turn by Petre in short there, as Petre had to range across the bag. And on the backhand, left field side to second. Fed short, who had to kind of turn back around, then pirouette to the bag. Tap it, get a throw off. But Kemp, good speed down the line, beats it out. First pitch to Keaton Anthony. Backdoor breaking ball. Slider. The outside corner, 0-1. Runner at first and 2 outs for Keaton, hitting .271. He's got 7 homers and he's driven in 35. 0-1, chases the changeup outside, 0-2. Santucci, your typical left-handed arsenal. It's a four-seam fastball that'll sit mid-90s, 93 to 95. Slider, curveball, and changeup. Oh, and 2 on Keaton Anthony. Kemp at first. 2 outs, no score, bottom of the first. 0-2. Anthony checks his swing. Fastball up. 1-2. Outfield shades Anthony the other way. Infield straight up. Kemp leads it first. He's running. Throw over. They got him picked. Throw down to second from Vientos is off the glove, a short and into left. Kemp bounces back up from his slide, advances to third, and he'll be there with 2 outs. It'll be an E3 on Vientos there. A poor throw down to second. Off the glove, a short. Lunging for it, couldn't get to it. It will be a stolen base for Otto, though. He was running. First movement. Still 1-2 on Anthony. The pitch home. Curveball up and away. 2-2. Gabriel Rincones is on deck. He's the only true lefty in the lineup today for the IronPigs. Kemp third, 2 outs, bottom of the first. The 2-2. Anthony off the end of the bat hits a screwball up the first base side. It's going to roll foul. Still 2-2 on Keaton Anthony. Santucci delivers home, and Anthony out in front this time. Wraps a grounder foul off of his own dugout. Count stays at 2-2. Nineteenth pitch of the first for Jonathan Santucci. 2-2. Anthony swings, clubs it high in the air, deep to left. Smith is back to the track. He's out of room. 2-run homer. Keaton Anthony gets the Pigs on the board first here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 IronPigs as Keaton Anthony goes yard for the 8th time this season. Fastball in the inside corner. Anthony turns on it. And the Pigs with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the first. The Mets left a man at third in the top of the first. The Pigs do not waste their opportunity here. So 2 outs, base is empty. Gabriel Rincones hits, takes the first pitch fastball, then just chisels the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Keaton, 2-run shot, homered last week in Buffalo. 0-1, Rincones off the end of the bat, a weak roller up the first base side. Vientos and Santucci miscommunicate, and it dies in between them. Rincones legs it out down the line. It'll be an infield single. You could see Vientos and Santucci doing the song and dance of you got it, I got it, you got it. Vientos ended up about 5 feet off the bag. Santucci went to glove it, went under his glove. Nobody was covering first base anyways there. And Rincones with an infield single extends the first. That's the 6th hit for Gabriel Rincones this season against a left-handed pitcher. And although it's just an infield single, it counts nonetheless. 6 hits against southpaws this year for Gabe already ties the number of hits he had against lefties all of last year in about 50 fewer plate appearances. First pitch to Colby Thomas. Cuts and misses. Slider down and away. Strike 1. 2 outs, bottom of the first, and the Mets bullpen already with some action here with Santucci at 22 pitches in the bottom of the first. 0-1. Thomas swings and misses again. 0-2. Colby playing his 14th game with the Pigs. It's been a slow start to his first time outside the athletics organization. 8 for his first 44. It's a 182 average. Right-handed hitter, open stance, the 0-2. Another swing and a miss. So 3 straight whiffs for Thomas against Santucci. Oh, no, he got a piece of it. Fouled off the plate. Sanger was unable to hold on to it, so Thomas stays alive here. Still 0-2 on Colby Thomas. Rinconez leads at first. Vientos holds him on. 0-2 again. Swung on, foul tipped this time. Sanger squeezes it. Thomas down on strikes. And the inning over. But not before the Pigs get on the board first and in a big way. It's a 2-run homer for Keaton Anthony. Go to the second. It's 2-0 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome, but it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter, the name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Why does it always say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Hi there.
Who are you and why are you in our office space?
I'm Sai, your friendly copier helper guy. There you go. You're all set.
Whoa, Sai, that was awesome.
Thanks. Better service is on the horizon with Science Sky copiers.
Science Sky service, they hit it out of the park. If you need help with your office copiers and printers, call Science Sky today or find them at scienceskycopiers.com.
Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Linda Kawardi. I work in human resources and air products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving here.
Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Nick Mitica. I work in hydrogen energy systems and air products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support Community Bike Run.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving here. You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the second inning, Iron Pigs with a 2-0 lead on a Keaton Anthony 2-run homer. Chuck King put the first 2 runners aboard of the first, got a double play, able to get out of that jam unscathed. Faces MJ Melendez here to begin the second. First pitch is a backdoor slider, outside corner, no balls and a strike. Sam Jelnick with you, Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Melendez from the left side, King the ready on the mound. Third base side, he stretches and deals. Fastball down the middle, 0-2. King making his 19th start of the year for the Iron Pigs, his 20th appearance. 96 innings, 82 strikeouts, 31 walks, 0-2. Down the dirt. Changeup not enticing to Melendez, 1-2. Melendez hitting .231 in the year, 327 on base. He's got 15 homers, driven in 30. 1-2. Melendez fouls it away down the third base side and into the seats. Melendez wearing the kind of football pants, the knickers at the plate, hiked up above the knee with high Mets blue socks. Syracuse in the road grays here on Tuesday. 1-2. Up and away, 2-2. Iron Pigs for the 5th time this year wearing their USA 250 jerseys. They will wear them one final time during the last homestand of the year. Then they'll be auctioned off. 2-2. Melendez takes a fastball, pushes him off the plate. 3-2. Blue jersey for the Pigs on the back, Star-Spangled Awesomeness, big American eagle spreading its wings, keyboard, flowing American flag. 3-2, swing and a miss. Beat him up and away with a slider. King strikes out Melendez. It's his first strikeout of the game for Chuck. Brings up Nick LaRusso, the DH. First time the Pigs have seen LaRusso this season. Originally a 9th round pick of the Mets in 2023 out of the University of Maryland. Right-handed hitter. Crowds the plate. Marchand sets up in. King hits the spot. LaRusso swings away at it and pops it up. Shallow left, shortstop Moore backpedaling, still sticking with it here. Drifts to his left, puts it away. LaRusso retired on just one pitch. 2 gone here in the top of the second. Another new face, at least to us, here in Allentown, coming to the plate for Syracuse. DeAndre Smith. Smith, a 5th round pick of the Mets in 2022 out of USC, University of Southern California. Another right-handed hitter. 11th game with Syracuse. King kicks and deals. Fastball outside corner. Strike 1. 2-0 Iron Pigs. Top of the second. Keaton Anthony, a 2-run homer, getting the Iron Pigs on the board first. Smith off to a good start to his AAA career here. He's 10 for his first 27. 0-1. Curveball down and away. A ball and a strike. Two outs, top of the second. King looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Marchand sets up down and in. The 1-1. Smith off the hands, a ground ball to short. To his left, shortstop Moore gloves it, slings to first. Plenty of time to get Smith, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chuck King. That's another Mates 1-2-3 inning for cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit MatesHomeservice.com to book your appointment today. Go to the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 Iron Pigs. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight from Kids Everywhere. New season, new style. Ashley's Labor Day stand. What do you say to that?
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and doorbusters start at just $3.99, plus no interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Doorbusters start at just $3.99. Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening now.
What do you do when you're already the best Honda dealer in the Lehigh Valley? You keep getting bigger and better at Phillipsburg Easton Honda. With the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Advantage, you get more value, more convenience, and more for your money, including free oil changes for 4 years, owner cars through multi-point inspections, and more. This Honda summer event, visit Phillipsburg Easton Honda, Exit 3, Uniontown Road, or start saving now at BEHonda.com. See Phillipsburg Easton Honda for complete Advantage program details.
It's Lehigh Valley's only nightly sports talk show. The Happy Hour, weekdays at 4 on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. in Easton, and streaming at LVFoxSports.com. We cover the Lehigh Valley and the national sports scene with great guests, ranking, polls, and more. Miss any part of the show? Listen to the podcast. Just search Happy Hour Allentown on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Go to the podcast section of LVFoxSports.com and download the Happy Hour podcast daily. You are listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at LVFoxSports.com.
Bottom of the second inning, Iron Pigs with a 2-0 lead over Syracuse. Jonathan Santucci back to work on the mound for the Mets. Fires the first pitch fastball down and in to Carter Kieboom. Kieboom leading off the second. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Iron Pigs. Left on right matchup, 1-0. Fastball even further down and in, just above the dirt. Won't stop Hayden Sanger from getting a new baseball. First pitcher. It's ball 2. Iron Pigs with 2 hits and a walk off of Santucci in the first. 2-0 pitch. Kieboom. Hardy hack. Swings through a slider. 2 balls and a strike. Carter comes into the day hitting .280. He's got 7 homers, driven in 43. Santucci peering in for a black glove, winds and deals. Down and in with the slider, ball 3. Kieboom last week against Buffalo was 2 for 10, drove in a run, drew 3 walks, 3-1, fouls it off the plate, full count. Iron Pigs forced Santucci to work very hard in the first. He finished the first 25 pitches, walked 1, gave up 2 hits. 3-2 on Kieboom to begin the bottom of the second. Payoff pitch, Kieboom swings, hits it off the hands, a soft fly ball left center field on the run. Morabito gets the spot, up the alley, puts it away. First out of the bottom of the second. Just a little bit towards the label that time for Keyboom. Hung up long enough for Morabito. Put it away. One gone in the second. Brings up Dylan Moore, the shortstop. Moore with a .267 average on the year. He's got 8 homers, driven in 29. Right-handed hitter again. Santucci spins a first pitch curveball right down the middle. No balls and a strike. Everything from Santucci tends to be pretty firm, pretty hard. And curveball even at 85 there. 0-1, fastball at 95, grabs the knees. Dylan Moore doesn't agree with that. He's going to challenge. First challenge used by either team. Home plate umpire John Bacon announces it to us, and upon review, the call in the field is confirmed, and the Iron Pigs have burned their first challenge of the day. Our umpires today brought to you by Gross McGinley, attorneys at law focused on fair play. Gross McGinley has been providing trusted legal counsel to the greater Lehigh Valley for the past 50 years. 0-2. This is down the dirt. 1-2. John Bacon is calling balls and strikes. Felix Neon over at first. Denver Dangerfield out at second. And Nathan Hall is over at third base. 1-2 on Moore. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom 2. Fastball to called, strike 3. Inside corner, gets Moore looking. 2 away in the second. Two outs, base is empty for Christian Cairo. Iron Pigs 2 spot on the board, leading by the 2-run homer by Keaton Anthony in the first. Base is clear for Christian Cairo out of the 9-hole. Takes the first pitch slider, up high. A ball, no strikes. Cairo's average now dipping down to 236. He's got 3 homers, driven in 33. Pitch home, Cairo cracks it in the air, right center field. High enough for Melendez to get over towards the alley, couple steps towards the warning track. Right fielder hauls it in, and the Pigs down in order in the second. We're on to the third. Iron Pigs 2, Mets nothing. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Score update presented by Ashley in the major leagues later on tonight. Phillies beat Ashley. The Mariners looking to win that one at 9:40. In the International League, Keaton Anthony's 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. The difference thus far picks up 2-0 over the Mets after 2. Blue Sox 3-0. They lead the Rail Riders bottom 4 in that one, while Indianapolis and Columbus deadlocked at 2 in the top of the third. Memphis a 1-0 lead early over Charlotte, top 3 there as well, while Norfolk leads Durham 1-0 in the top third there. 1-0 Gwinnett leads Louisville bottom 2, while Buffalo has a 2-0 edge over Rochester after 2 innings of play. No score top of the first, just underway between Nashville and Jacksonville. While still to come tonight at 7:38, Iowa matches up with Omaha, and at 8:07, the St. Paul Saints welcoming in the Toledo Mudhens for that series opener. Pigs lead 2-0 after 2 to the top of the third we go at Coca-Cola Park. We go back over to Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs with a 2-0 lead as we go at the top of the third. Both teams go down in order in the second. Chuck King tried to keep it going for the Iron Pigs. He has been pitching exceptionally well of late. 2 scoreless innings so far today. Makes it now 8 consecutive scoreless innings for Chuck. Got the win last week with 6 scoreless against Buffalo to open the week. It's been a kind of a slow and methodical stretch out of the All-Star break for Chuck. Breaking ball, first pitch to Hayden Sanger. He's at the knees, outside corner to open the inning. Sanger, Short, and Morabito. In second, that's 8, 9, and 1 for Syracuse. Sanger from the right side, hitting .221 in the year. Swings to the 0-1, hits a chopper weakly up the third base side. Charging Kemp, he gloves, throws in the run, and gets Sanger at first. Nice play by Otto Kemp. Able to come in hard on that, get the catcher, Sanger, moving down the line. Sanger runs a little bit better than your average catcher. Auto to make quick work of it. One gone here in the third. Brings up Zach Short. Short out of the 9-hole, playing his 31st game of the year for Syracuse. He's got 2 homers and driven in 11. Takes the first pitch fastball from King, in for a strike. Coming out of the All-Star break, King has allowed 3 runs or fewer now in 5 of his past 6 starts. The lone bad one being a blow-up against the Woo Sox. Gave up 7 runs that day. Strike 1 pitch is down the dirt. A ball and a strike. That's basically been the story of the season for Chuck, outside of the outings where it's really gone off the rails, which is a handful of them. He's had 3 starts where he's given up 6 earned runs or more. 1-1 off the hand, short, a soft line drive the other way. That's going to drop into shallow right for a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Mets as they bookend their first time through the order with base hits. Short aboard at first brings up Nick Morabito, who lined a single to center field his first time up. But King, outside of those blow-up outings, has basically held the opposition to 3 runs or fewer in almost every other outing. It's not just almost every other outing, it's every outing but one. Throw over to first. Back for the dive is Short. Gave up 4 runs on May the 23rd to Scranton Wilkes. Otherwise, he's given up 6 or more or 3 or fewer. First pitch on the way to Morabito. Curveball, down and away. Ball 1. It's a remarkable stretch of consistency for Chuck, where it's 6 innings, 3 earned runs. That's why he's tied for the team lead with 5 quality starts in the year. 1-0 pitch. Morabito lays off a fastball outside corner. 1 ball and strike. 1-1 on Nick Morabito. Morabito hitting .258. Tough man to double up. Middle infield is at double play depth as he takes down low. Morabito, slightly open stance. King down the hill. Little low with the slider. 3 balls and a strike. That's been the miss of choice today for Chuck. Missing often below the knees, which if you're going to miss, it's better to miss down than up. Short extends his lead at first. King, high leg kick. Delivers home. Morabito gets way under it. Mile high pop-up out beyond second base. Cairo calling for it. Athletic stance below the baseball. Makes the catch. 2 gone in third. Cairo likes to do everything with a very wide stance. Even when he hits with 2 strikes, he'll widen the base out, getting under that pop-up. It's feet more than shoulder width apart, just providing himself a very strong base. 2 outs and a man at first. Brings up Emilion Pitre. Walked his first time up, takes a swing at the first pitch and fouls it off. 2-0 Iron Pigs. Keaton Anthony, 2-run homer in the first. Mets with 2 hits, 1 walk. Iron Pigs also 2 hits, 1 walk. Short at first, pitch to Pitre. Fastball gets the call. Inside corner, 0-2. On Emilion Pitre. King, high leg kick, comes home. Backdoor breaking ball. This is outside. 1-2. One-two pitch. Up and away again. Change up. 2-2. That'll be the 43rd pitch of the game for Chuck King. Short leads from first. King comes home. Backdoor slider. This is outside. 3-2. Of late, King's slider's been getting increased velocity and less vertical break to it, almost more cutter-ish. And I do wonder if he's trying to manipulate it a bit more to kind of ape a cutter. 3-2 on Petre. Short will be off at first with 2 outs. The payoff home. Petre with a weak ground ball wide of first. Anthony off the bag, gloves it. King hustling to first, receives the throw, beats Petre to the bag, and the inning over. Chuck King works around the 1-out single, strands a man aboard. We go to the bottom of the third. IronPigs with a 2-0 lead here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and we're going big. Ashley's Labor Day doorbusters start at just $3.99. Plus, shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Huge Labor Day deals. Free delivery, no-interest financing, and a free TV. More savings, more value, more reasons to shop Ashley.
What do you do when you're already the best Honda dealer in the Lehigh Valley? You keep getting bigger and better at Phillipsburg Easton Honda. With the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Advantage, you get more value, more convenience, and more for your money, including free oil changes for 4 years, owner cars, multi-point inspections, and more. This Honda summer event, visit Phillipsburg Easton Honda, exit 3, Uniontown Road, or start saving now at BEHonda.com. See Phillipsburg Easton Honda for complete Advantage program details. Want to know what's happening in the Lehigh Valley? Tune in to Around the Valley with Mike Raymond, presented by Phillipsburg Easton Honda, Saturday mornings at 9 on Fox Sports Radio. Mike will cover the Lehigh Valley sports scene and more, from high school, college, and pro sports to local festivals and community events. Find out what's happening on Around the Valley with Mike Raymond, presented by Phillipsburg Easton Honda, Saturday mornings at 9 on Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the third, IronPigs the 2-0 lead over Syracuse. Back to the top of the order, Tommy Pham leads it off against Jonathan Santucci. First pitch misses down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Kean Anthony with a 2-run homer. First, giving the Pigs the lead today. Pham lined out sharply to deep left field. His first time up. Santucci the rock comes home, misses down and in. Ball 2. Pham takes these at-bats against lefties almost even more critically than he does against his at-bats against righties. Tommy has a very astute understanding of what will get him back to the big league level, and that is dominating right-handed pitch or left-handed pitching. Pitch home here, Pham lines it into left. That's another base hit. So Pham continues to torch left-handed pitching here at the IronPigs as he singles to open the third. Against lefties now, Pham this season for the Pigs, 13 for 42. It's almost a 300 average with 2 homers. So he's at first to begin the third, brings up Rafael Marchand, walked his first time up. Santucci gave up 2 in the first on the Anthony homer, had a 1-2-3 seconds. Misses up high to Marchand to begin his at-bat. Marchand has been drawing an abundance of walks on his rehab here at the IronPigs, coming back from a left knee patellar tendon injury. Throw over to first. Pham gets back. He's down for a couple of weeks. Now on to week 3 of rehab with the IronPigs. Technically week 2.5. He was here for the final half of the homestands 2 weeks ago. Pitch home to Marchand. He's out in front, lines it down the left field side, and it hooks into the FCU picnic patio. Ball and a strike on Rafael. Pham at first, not much of a threat to run here. Well, he's been with the IronPigs. Pham has only attempted to steal twice. Santucci misses badly down the dirt. Nice backhand scoop. Now the catcher Sanger keeps Pham put at first. Middle infield at double play depth for Syracuse. Santucci has actually yet to get a ground out today. 2-1. Marchand takes slider inside half. 2-2. Two and two on Rafael Marchand. Here it comes. Breaking ball called. Strike three. Big overhand curveball nibbles the top of the zone. Gets Marchand looking. He's the first out here, the third inning. Brings up Otto Kemp. Otto reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, which proved to be pretty big, and it kept the inning going instead of it being an inning-ending double play. He's got Pham at first. Santucci, quick step off. Throw to first. Pham gets back. Kemp last week against the Bisons, 4 for 15, a triple, drove in a run, also drew one walk. Santucci comes home, first pitch, it's on the outside corner with a curveball. Oh, and 1 on Kemp. Left on right matchup, strike one on the way. Kemp can't lay off, goes round. Chasing a tailing fastball. 0-2. Kemp back into the plate. Taps at both sides. Takes his stance. Santucci comes home, and this is way outside with the fastball. 1-2. 1-2. Kemp off the hands, a line drive the other way, slices right back to Melendez and right. Good read by Pham. First, retreats back to the bag, no trouble. Kemp a line out for the second out of the third. That's again, Otto just doing a really good job staying inside the baseball, trying to go the other way. Did it last week against the Bisons. Did it just there. Just hit it too hard. Hangs up long enough for Melendez to reel it in. First pitch to Keaton Anthony. Takes a slider in the outside corner. No balls and a strike. 2-0 Iron Pigs. They're on top. Bomb the third. Pham at first. 2 outs. Keaton Anthony at the plate. The reason for the Iron Pigs' 2-0 lead today. 0-1 pitch. Keaton off the end of the bat, a squibber up the first base line. Glove by Vientos in fair territory. Will step on the base, retire Anthony, and the inning is over. Pigs get a leadoff base runner, but Pham doesn't move off the first. We go to the fourth. It's still 2-0 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now, our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
There's no better place to get your expensive portraits than digital photographic imaging in a warm studio located at 1321 North Teen Street in Irvington. Studio Outdoor Fashion Solutions Incorporated. Check them out on the web at downtown photography blog. Or give them a call at 4268
You can just loop the, oh, that's fine. That works too. I was going to say if the cable is getting in the way. Yeah, so commercials playing. Basically, in about a minute, we'll be back, and then we talk recovery. Very easy, right?
Sounds good.
Can you move the mic up just a smidge for me? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Air products. Working here, living here, giving.
Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Nick Minica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bikers.
Air products. Working here, living here, giving.
We go the top of the fourth. It's the Iron Pigs 2 and the Syracuse Mets nothing. Time for the Rat fourth inning. Brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Top of the fourth, Chuck King back to work for the Pigs. 3 scoreless innings in the books since first pitch to Mark Vientos misses down and away for ball 1. And here on Tuesday evening, it is recovery night here out at Coca-Cola Park, and I'm pleased to be joined here for the top of the fourth, a big part in making this night possible. From Lehigh County Drug and Alcohol, it is Joe Martellucci. Joe, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's a great night to be here.
It is an absolutely great night, and for anybody who maybe missed some of the stuff that happened pregame or maybe missed what you guys are doing tabling out in the plaza, talk to them a little bit about what tonight is.
Tonight is all about recovery. So we had a lot of our vendors out today. We had our outpatient facilities. We have a change on Hamilton, which is our recovery center right downtown in Allentown. And we had some representation from our inpatients as well. So we are well represented tonight. So we really enjoy the people in recovery coming out and having a good time here at the ballpark.
And when we talk about recovery, I was lucky enough to meet with some of the fine folks that you work with and partner with in the community about what tonight represents. It is in part 1 education, but in part 2 celebration.
Oh, absolutely. You know, everyone knows someone who might be struggling with the drug or alcohol problem. So there are times that I think we have to just step aside a little bit and say, let's celebrate where we're at, how far we've come. And people need to just recognize the good work that they've done for themselves and their families.
And here tonight out of the ball game, I know you guys are very well represented out in the picnic patio. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So we have a lot of staff out there from the agencies. And most importantly, we have a lot of our people in recovery who are out here celebrating with us, you know, enjoying the night. And, you know, it's just a great thing to do. I wish we could do it more times during the year, but we certainly cherish this night.
3-2 on Mark Vientos as he leads off here on the top of the fourth. Game 1 of his rehab with Syracuse. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball outside corner got him looking. I mean, he's going to challenge this. And we'll see if Vientos gets this one right here. It's already grounded into a double play today, and upon review, he's down on strikes. Call in the field is confirmed. It's a backwards K for Chuck King to begin the fourth. Second punch out of the day for Chuck. One away in the fourth brings up Ronnie Mauricio. When we talk about recovery, in my mind at least, what I think about is that there's kind of, hopefully I'm right on this, is that there's kind of 2 facets to it. There is the, you know, initial recovery of, okay, I want to go, either, you know, a family member goes and gets help, or you yourself say, I need some support, I need some help, and then there's the ongoing support that happens after that.
Yes.
Take me through a little bit of the timeline, I guess.
So we have some specialty programs that even if the person who needs help, they don't have to be involved. The family could actually go to one of our providers and get free family therapy. But, you know, there's a lot that goes into recovery, from the person initially saying, hey, I might have a problem here, getting them the help they need. And then especially important is you got to have a good discharge plan for that person. Then they come back in the community, or they start, you know, going back to work. They got to recognize some signs and symptoms. So we really play a big role in to get them back in the community and be safe out there.
Mammoth blast by Ronnie Mauricio off of Chuck King. It snaps Chuck's scoreless inning streak here as he absolutely torpedoes one out to right center field. 110 miles an hour off the bat as Mauricio goes yard. Solo shot cuts the Iron Pigs lead in half here. It's the Pigs 2, Mets 1 in the top of the fourth. First pitch to MJ Melendez off the hands. He hits it in the air, left field. Pham will back up a step or 2, now circle in, make the catch. Melendez, the second out of the fourth on just 1 pitch. So before this inning potentially ends here, if anybody just wants the information of what you guys do, maybe they have somebody in mind, maybe they don't, but to make sure that they know where the resources are and where they can find them, if they want to contact you guys or learn more, how can they do that?
We have 2 websites that are going to be the most helpful. One is Change on Hamilton. ChangeOnHamilton.org lists everything we do at the Recovery Center, and RiseAboveOpioids.org. That lists everything that the county provides to the residents, and most of those services are free. RiseAboveOpioids.org and ChangeOnHamilton.org.
0-1 pitch, it's down the dirt, a ball and a strike. How rewarding is it for a night like tonight when you do get to see the lives and people that you've touched and been able to help change and get to see it out?
I'll tell you, sometimes we wonder, if we're making a difference. And then it's a night like tonight where we come out, we see alumni of our programs, and they have their families with them. They're doing well, they're working, they're part of the community, and they're just happy in general. So we see a complete turnaround in some people, and it's wonderful.
2-1 on Nick LaRusso here. Popped out a shortstop his first time up. 2-1. King able to tail a fastball to the outside corner. It's 2-2. You throw a first pitch out today?
No, actually, one of our staff, her son plays local ball, and from what I understand, he's pretty darn good. So he got to throw that first pitch out there.
I always like it more when you give the ball to somebody who has absolutely no idea what they're doing. I find it funnier. 2-2. King misses down and away.
Yeah, just about anything could happen at that point. And I heard the kid shot at 83 today. So, man, I'll tell you, makes me sad.
Full count on Nick LaRusso. 2-1 Iron Pigs, top of the fourth. The payoff pitch. Called strike three. Outside corner. King gets LaRusso looking to end the fourth. Ronnie Mauricio goes yard. Cuts the Pigs lead in half. So we say thank you to Joe Martolucci from Lehigh County Drug and Alcohol for joining us here on Recovery Night. Joe, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We go bottom four. 2-1 Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network.
Southern Lehigh and Northwestern Lehigh winning state football championships, covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
First pitch at the bottom of the fourth. Gabriel Rincones Jr. is cut on and missed. First strike one. Iron Pigs the 2-1 lead now over Syracuse as we continue the RAV fourth inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. 0-1. Rincones swings through a pitch from Jonathan Santucci. 0-2. So Santucci and Chuck King both battling here today. Only runs the game coming on the long ball. 0-2 on Gabe, an infield single his first time up. 0-2, this is down low. A ball, 2 strikes. Iron Pigs with a 2-run homer from Keaton Anthony back in the first. Mets getting on the board in the top of the fourth. A Ronnie Mauricio 2-run shot. 1-2 on Rincones. Left on left matchup. Santucci down the hill. Rincones hits a rocket on a line right center field. That's down for a hit. Splits the alley. Goes all the way to the wall. Deadens at the base. Rincones on his way into second. He'll shift down gear there. Be content with a leadoff double here in the fourth. And Gabe has now surpassed his 2025 hit total against lefties and about 50 fewer at-bats. Rincones came into today's game 5 for 10 against lefties. He is now 7 for 12. even in a small sample size, for a guy who struggled as much as he did against lefties last year, that's nuts. First pitch to Colby Thomas is on the outside corner for a called strike. And Santucci isn't some, soft-tossing left-handed pitcher, some no-name guy who doesn't have stuff out in the mound. He's one of the top prospects for the Mets. Gabe doing it with 2 strikes as well. 0-1, Thomas takes down and away. A ball and a strike. And that was a missile up the right center field alley. Ball and a strike on Colby Thomas. Struck out his first time up. Swings through the 1-1. Slider down and in. 1-2. Two to 1 Iron Pigs. Mets on the board in the top half of the 4th. Pigs trying to answer that run right back. Pitch home. Thomas grounds it to the backstop. Still 1-2. Santucci about to throw his 60th pitch. We saw movement for the Mets bullpen as early as the 1st as he was laboring, finishing at 25 pitches that inning. 1-2 again. Fastball up and in. Thomas doesn't flinch. Takes ball 2. There's nobody throwing yet out in the Syracuse pen, but there is a little bit of stretching going on out there in anticipation, potentially being needed soon. Still 2-2 on Colby Thomas. Here it comes. It's down low. Slider not enticing enough. 3-2. Santucci's only walked 1. That was Rafael Marchand. Back in the 1st, the payoff pitch. Still only going to walk 1 here. Thomas swings and misses. It's down on strikes for a second time today. 4th K of the day for Jonathan Santucci. Brings up Carter Kieboom. Carter lining out to center field. His first time up. Santucci, his last time out, took the loss against the Woo Sox. Only loss Syracuse suffered last week. Pitch to Kieboom is lined by the shortstop short and into left for a base hit. Second, Rincones had to see it clearly through, so he only advances up to 3rd, and Carter Kieboom with the base hit. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Dylan Moore coming up. Santucci gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. Walked 4, struck out 3. Only loss the Mets suffered last week. They took 5 of 6 against the Woo Sox. What had been a streaking Worcester team. First pitch to Dylan Moore. Swings away, fouls it off. Santucci spent most of last year with High A Brooklyn. Finished out the year with Double A Binghamton. Strike 1 on the way. Moore takes, fastball at the knees. 0-2. Moore struck out his first time up on a pitch nearly identical to that. It's a pitch that he challenged actually and lost. For whatever reason, the low fastball from Santucci, Moore is having a hard time diagnosing it at the bottom of the zone. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. The pitch home, called strike 3. Same pitch, same results. Moore down looking. 2 gone. So Santucci, 5 strikeouts today, and he's punched out Thomas and Moore for 4 of them. 2 on, 2 out. The up to Christian Cairo. Right-handed hitter. First pitch. Takes in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Cairo with a really tough stretch now since the All-Star break, ever since his injury against the Woo Sox. 1-0. Slider nibbles the inside corner. A ball and a strike. Going back to the All-Star break, Cairo hitting just a $133 since July 17th, so better part of a month. 1-1. Cairo, the chopper, third base side, will go to the third base coach, Tank. 1-2. Just 8 for 60 over his past 22 games. The more concerning thing for Cairo of late is since coming off the injured list, he's drawn a grand total of 1 walk. Still leads the league with 82 of them, but that was thanks to pretty good cushion he'd already built up. First and third for the Pigs, leading Syracuse 2-1, bottom of the fourth. 2 outs, Santucci fires home, down the dirt. Slider, backhand stop by Sanger. Keeps the runners put. Two and two on Christian Cairo. Santucci comes home. Cairo fouls it off. 2-2 again. Cairo with a 3-hopper out to shortstop. It's gloved by Short. Will flip to Petrie, covering at second to force out Keyboom. And the inning over. IronPigs strand to a board, leave a man in third. We're on to the fifth. IronPigs still lead 2-1. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Ebron Medical has been part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. The life-sustaining products we manufacture right here in Allentown are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. At Ebron, we're committed to protecting and improving the health of people in the Lehigh Valley and across the country. We're proud to be a founding partner of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs. Visit us today at BeBronUSA.com.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome, but it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Have a home run of a summer right here at home. Because in Pennsylvania, a real getaway is never far away. Get back to nature in the Pennsylvania wilds where you can experience some of the darkest skies in the Northeast. Make a splash as you float down a scenic river with your crew, or hike your way through Pennsylvania's 124 state parks. On a club this summer and unwind your way in Pennsylvania. Find your great next American getaway at visitpa.com.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the fifth, IronPigs, the 2-1 lead on Syracuse. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Chuck King, scoreless inning streak over, stretched out to 9, 6 scoreless last week against the Buffalo Bisons. 3 scoreless here today against the Mets. DeAndre Smith leads it off for Syracuse here in the fifth. Takes the first pitch, just a little high and tight. Smith grounded out to shortstop, his first time up. Chuck just continuing to work deep into games, has basically been a steady presence on the mound for the Pigs. Can pencil him in for 5 innings almost every turn. 1-0 off the hands, Smith fouls it away. King has gone at least 5. 4 of his past 5 outings. Went a career high 8 almost exactly a month ago on July the 23rd in Indianapolis. 1-1. Smith can't pull the trigger. Fastball outside corner. 1-2. Outfield straight away. DeAndre Smith. King the stretch. 1-2. Change up down to the dirt. A ball, 2 strikes. Chuck began last week for the Pigs with 6 scoreless, set the stage for Drake Fellows to follow with 5 scoreless the following day. Feet shoulder width apart. King at the ready. 2-2. This is down and away. Fastball dialed it up to 95 that time. Full count on DeAndre Smith to begin the 5th. Payoff pitch. Smith fouls it off the plate. His backswing actually knocking it up the first baseline on the Toyota ad. Syracuse coming into the day, just like the Pigs, fighting for their playoff lives. Syracuse and the Pigs, just a half game separating the two here, and both basically 3-2. Smith, the 3-hopper up the third base side, charging towards the bag. Kemp gloves, throws in the run on target over the first to get Smith flying down the line. One away to begin the 5th. Where realistically both teams need to, at minimum, win every series the rest of the way, if not take 5 out of 6. So essentially, 2 teams enter this week, and only one, if that, will leave with a shot to continue playing meaningful baseball. First pitch to Hayden Sanger. Curveball chisels the outside corner. Strike one. If the teams end up splitting this week, there's a really good possibility that, frankly, by the end of the week, neither team has a shot anymore. 0-1 pitch. Sanger swings, fouls it back up towards the press box. So will hit just off the facade. 0-2. Kind of feels like a barrel of crab situation where both teams trying hard and grabbing and clawing and trying their hardest to pull themselves out of this barrel. But if you've ever seen a bunch of crabs in a barrel, they'll just pull each other back down. That's what the Pigs and Mets, well, hopefully not going to do to each other this week. 0-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. Sanger down on 3 pitches. 4th punch out of the game for Chuck. 2 gone in the 5th. You would think that whichever team, if either team can jump out to a series lead, take the first 2 games here, might, diminish the waning flame of competitiveness from the opposition. First pitch to Zach Short, driven in the air, center field. Thomas started back, now racing in on a dead run, makes the catch. Colby broke back but makes up the ground easily, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chuck King here in the 5th. We're halfway home. Iron Pigs leading the Mets 2-1 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and we're going big. Ashley's Labor Day doorbusters start at just $3.99. Plus, shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing and free delivery and setup. And that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Huge Labor Day deals. Free delivery, no interest financing, and a free TV. More savings, more value, more reasons to shop Ashley.
Score update presented by Ashley in the Major League. Coming up later on tonight, Phillies out in the Pacific Northwest, continuing their series against the Mariners at 9:40. In the International League, Pigs' lead has been trimmed to 1, but Chuck King, nice start in the works through 5 innings. Pigs up 2-1 at the halfway mark. 3-3 in the top of the 6th tonight between Square Wilkes-Barre and Worcester. Bottom of the 5th in Rochester. Bisons lead the Red Wings 2-1. The Norfolk Tides have added a run to their lead. They lead 2-0 over Durham. That is in the top of the 5th. All of Gwinnett tonight, they're up 8-1 over Louisville, bottom 4 there. 4-2 Columbus now leads Indianapolis, bottom 4 there as well. Also in the bottom of the 4th, Charlotte 4, Memphis 1. Top of the 3rd, Nashville in front of Jacksonville 4-0. While it's 1-0 Iowa over Omaha after 1. And just about to get underway, St. Paul matching up with Toledo. Pigs lead 2-1, going bottom 5. Here's Sam Jones.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs Mets halfway home. 2-1 Iron Pigs. Both teams using the long ball. Iron Pigs 2-run shot in the first from Keaton Anthony. Mets with a solo homer for Ronnie Mauricio in the 4th. It'll be the top of the order for the Pigs here in the 5th. Tommy Pham faced Jonathan Santucci. First pitch down the dirt. A ball, no strikes. Bullpen action already for the Mets with Santucci. That was just his 73rd pitch of the game. He's trying to be proactive and not reactive. Getting Matt Seelinger loose out in the bullpen. Lined and the pitch. Pham takes up and in. Ball 2. Mets today under the direction once more of their erstwhile esteemed and thankfully back healthy manager, one Dick Scott. 2-0. Pham with a hard ground ball up the middle to his left. Short, able to glove it, stumbling. Straightens up, throws to first. In time to get Pham. One away in the 5th. Dick missed about a 2-month stretch of the last time that the Mets were actually in town. It was shortly after that it was announced that Dick had, I believe it was kidney cancer, that thankfully he has been able to overcome and at the very least return to the dugout here. Won't try to speak too much on it. First pitch to Rafael Marchand. Tried to check his swing. He went around 0-1, as I don't know the full details of his current medical status, but at the very least, Dick well enough to be back in the dugout and a long-lived baseball man. Strike 1 pitch. Marchand swings and misses. Down the dirt, 0-2. Absolutely beloved by everybody in the Mets organization. Frankly, one of my favorite managers to come through in the opposing dugout here in Allentown. Always a pleasure getting to talk with him. His bench coach, John Nagowski, had been doing a phenomenal job manning in his place. 0-2, Marchand swings, misses, pitch down the dirt, chases, he's down on strikes, 2 quickly out in 5th. 6th strikeout of the day for Santucci, who despite his lack of his best control today, on the verge of 5 innings today of only 2 earned. Brings up Otto Kemp. Otto 0 for 2. Scored back in the first, stole the base, and lined out his last time up. First one coming. Otto swings, pops it down the right field side, slicing out of play. So all this is to say, welcome back, Dick Scott. We're very glad to hear he's back in good health. 2-1 IronPigs leading Syracuse. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, base is clear. Strike 1 on the way. Otto, way late, swings through it. 0-2. Santucci maintaining his velocity now up into his 80th pitch, 94. That last fastball. Oh, 2, swing and a miss. Back to the heater. Otto late on it, swings through it again, and the inning over. Jonathan Santucci with back-to-back strikeouts. 7th of the day. Authors a 1-2-3 5th. We're on to the 6th. 2-1 IronPigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders step together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Riverview Country Club is set along the scenic Delaware River corridor, just 2 miles north of Easton in Forks Township. Riverview's 18-hole championship golf course has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of tees for golfers of all levels to enjoy this course, complete with bent grass landing areas and bluegrass fairways. Its consistent, great course conditions and beautiful panoramic views make Riverview a must-play course. Plus, Riverview Country Club has a pro shop that is well stocked with the latest golf equipment and apparel to keep you looking sharp and on top of your game. Riverview Country Club also boasts the Villa on the Green, a beautiful banquet facility that is the perfect place to host your next corporate meeting or event. For more information on the course, season passes, to book an event, or book your tee time, call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. Come see what makes Riverview Country Club the premier facility in the area. You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the 6th, IronPigs still a 2-1 lead on Syracuse. 2-run homer for Keaton Anthony. First, Mets solo shot from Ronnie Mauricio in the 4th. It's the only damage Chuck King has allowed here today. It's the top of the order, though, here to begin the sixth, third time through. And this first pitch curveball. Nick Morabito is on the inside corner, 0-1. Morabito singled off a Chuck to begin the day, but was stranded at third to end the first. Right on right matchup, strike one pitch. Fastball misses outside. A ball to strike. After the trade deadline, with the Phillies jettisoning some prospect talent in return for some of the new pieces on the active roster, Luis Rise, Caleb Killian, pitched Morabito, fastball a little low, ball two. Adding Brooks Raley as well meant that a lot of different publications and outlets rearranged the Phillies' top 30 prospects. And a lot of them, around prospect 28 to 30 typically, Chuck King's name started to pop up a little bit. 2-1, this is up and in with a curveball. 3 balls and a strike, which is the first time that Chuck has entered into any top 30 conversations here, which is an absolutely wild arc for a guy in his age 28 season. 3-1, Morabito breaks his bat on a short pop-up. Shallow right, second baseman Cairo racing after it, hauls it in. Nice job by Christian, takes full command in front of Rincones. One away to begin the sixth. Chuck, who got a late jump on his professional career thanks to playing college ball at TCU, kind of got burned out of the game by the time he was through as a Horned Frog, basically said, playing Big 12 baseball, playing for one of the top programs in the country, there's a lot of expectations, and there's a lot of pressure. One out, nobody on. Here's Emilion Pitre, backdoor slider, outside corner. It's 0-1 on Pitre. 2-1 IronPigs, top of the sixth. King, after his playing career in college ended, continued, working around baseball. 0-1 is down the dirt, 1-1. After he graduated in 2021, began working in the Padres org, where he was with San Antonio Missions, the AA team for them, and then Lake Elsinore in 2023, working as a pitching development coach. 1-1, Pitre off the end of the bat, a soft liner, shallow center. He's going to dunk in for a base hit. Played on the hop by Colby Thomas. Throws it back in second base. Pitre aboard for a second time. He had walked as well back in the first. Tying run aboard for Syracuse. Brings up Mark Vientos. He's had a rough start to his rehab with Syracuse here today. He's grounded into a double play and struck out looking. Anyways, it was when King was working as an analyst in the Padres org that he not quite got the itch to pitch competitively again. Pitch home was a called strike, snap throw back to first, and Pitre is back. But it was more that often you'll see pitching coaches, when they're assigned to an affiliate, they'll serve as a throwing partner for a pitcher if there's an odd number of guys currently trying to throw. Chuck throwing with one of his pitchers. Strike one coming. Vientos, massive hack. Comes up empty. A changeup up and in. 0-2. Chuck throwing that day with one of the active pitchers. Stretched it out a good bit, let it eat. And basically the pitcher came back to him and said, "What are you doing not playing?" Throw over to first. Back with the dive is Pitre. So Chuck, that was back in 2022. Basically started his own throwing program again going into the 2023 season before committing to a comeback for the 2024 year while working as an analyst up at Driveline, breaking balls down low. 2 balls and a strike on Mark Vientos. Chuck, a very analytically crafty mind, understands the game very well, and it was basically that love of breaking down pitchers, helping them improve, that sparked his passion to get back to actually playing himself. 2-1, swung on and fouled back. 2-2. Eventually that led to him pitching during Driveline's Pro Day, going into the 2024 season, where the Phillies signed him to a minor league deal. He pitched most of that year with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. It's a 25-year-old rookie. 2-2. Just a little bit down low. Fastball just a touch below the kneecaps. 3-2. Full count on Vientos. Pitre at first will probably be off in the pitch. 1 out, top of the sixth. IronPigs protecting a 2-1 lead here. King stretches, fires home. Petre takes a call, or Petre's off on the pitch. Vientos takes a called strike 3, throw down to second on the money. It's a strike him out, throw him out, double play, and the inning is over. Great throw by Rafael Marchand, and the Pigs get the strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight from the New Kids on the Block. New season, new style. Ashley's Labor Day sale makes it easy.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and doorbusters start at just $3.99, plus no interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Doorbusters start at just $3.99. Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening now.
What are you doing? You're ready the best time to deal with the Lehigh Valley. You keep getting bigger and better at Phillipsburg Easton Honda. With the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Advantage, you get more value, more convenience, and more for your money, including free oil changes for 4 years, owner cars rewarranted with inspections, and more. This Honda summer event is at Phillipsburg Easton Honda, Exit 3, Uniontown Road, or start saving now at thehonda.com. See Phillipsburg Easton Honda for complete Advantage program details.
The voice of Lehigh Valley sports fans is the Happy Hour. Weekdays at 4, presented by Ashley. From the local high schools and colleges to Penn State, Philly, New York, and the entire sports world. We cover it all with great guests, rankings, polls, and you. Call or text the show to voice your opinion at 610-890-0707. Don't miss the Lehigh Valley's only nightly sports talk show, The Happy Hour, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Weekdays at 4 on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM until 30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 6th, it's still the Iron Pigs 2, Mets 1. Chuck King, 6 innings, a 1-run baseball in the books. Gets a strike him out, throw him out, double play, and the top of the 6th. So the Pigs take that 1-run lead here in the bottom half, and a new arm on the mound for Syracuse. This pitching change brought to you by Lehigh Valley Chimney, keeping the Valley safe, one chimney at a time. It's Matt Seelinger to replace Jonathan Santucci. Keaton Anthony first to face Seelinger. First pitch breaking ball is down and away. Ball 1. Santucci, 5 innings, gives up 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, strikes out 7, including the final 2 he faced. 1-0 pitch. Anthony takes a cutter outside. Ball 2. Santucci, the only damage against him was a 2-run homer to Keaton Anthony back in the first. Seelinger making his 11th appearance of the year with Syracuse. 2-0 pitch. Fastball is high. Ball 2. 0-1 with a 3.29 ERA for Syracuse. 13 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, 10 walks, 8 hits. 3-0 pitch. Anthony takes. It's up high. A 4-pitch walk begins the bottom of the 6th. Seelinger in total this year between Syracuse and AAA Toledo with 37 appearances. Began the season with Toledo, made 27 appearances there. Got traded to the Mets on July the 5th as the Mets, early part of July, end of June, went through an absolutely horrid stretch where they just could not keep anybody healthy pitching-wise, on top of keep anybody effective. First pitch is down and in on Gabe Rinconez. 1 ball, no strikes, and it's 5 straight out of the zone for Seelinger to open the 6th. 1-0. Rinconez takes outside, 6 in a row out of the zone to begin the 6th. Seelinger had been pitching well with Toledo in the Tiger system, gets picked up by the Mets, who immediately add him to the 40-man roster and bring him up for his major league debut. 2-0 pitch, Gabe swings away and skies it. Mile-high pop-up just out in front of the plate. The catcher, Sanger, makes the catch. Just about 5 feet out in front of the plate. On the first pitch, Seelinger throws in the zone here at the 6th. Rinconez pops out, first out of the 6th. You look at the pitch location and you don't fault Gabe for taking a swing at that, but it does sting a little bit. The The first strike that Sealinger throws out of the bullpen after walking the leadoff man leads the first out of the 6th. Anthony still at first. Here's Colby Thomas. First one on the way. Sealinger misses just down low. It's ball 1. Catcher Sanger's going to challenge this. Mets only have one challenge left. So it's just around the kneecap. It's going to be a pretty tight call here, and upon review, call in the field is overturned. So Syracuse retains their final challenge, and it's 0-1 on Colby Thomas. Sealinger made his Major League debut with the Mets, working 2 innings, gave up 7 runs on 5 hits, walking 4, did strike out a pair. 0-1, this is outside, a ball and a strike. Like I mentioned, when Sealinger got traded to the Mets and also called up for his debut, it was because the Mets were in desperate need of just anybody with a live arm. Sealinger fit the bill, pitch home to Thomas, misses high. Ball 2. Unfortunately, that meant the Mets left him out to dry during his Major League debut, which was supposed to be a bit of, a very heartwarming, tear-jerking story for Sealinger, whose hometown of Westbury is just 20 miles away from Citi Field. 2-1 heater up and in on Thomas, spins him out of the box, drawing some oohs and ahs out of the crowd. Sealinger out of SUNY Farmingdale became the first SUNY Farmingdale player to ever appear in a Major League game. He was just the 4th to ever be drafted. 3-1 pitch. Thomas swings, fouls it back to the screen. 3-2. Full count on Colby Thomas. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Infield double play depth. Thomas, a pair of strikeouts against Santucci today. Fouls back. Payoff offering. IronPigs getting some action up in their own bullpen here. Max Lazar getting loose. Chuck King could very well come out for the 7th. He's at 84 pitches. Maybe they want Lazar to get a clean runway. 3-2 again. Thomas gets way under it, just like Rinconez. Mile high pop up, this time out beyond second base. Shortstop short, settles under it, makes the catch. 2 gone 6th. Two outs and a man at first for Carter Keyboom. So Sealinger for his 2 outs. Pair of pop-ups, both on pitches that frankly he got away with. Both middle to Rinconez and now to Thomas. Carter Keyboom, 1 for 2. Bats for the man at first. Sealinger high leg kick, fires a knuckle curve in the dirt. Nice block by Sanger. Keyboom with just another workmanlike week. Up in Buffalo last series, 2 for 10, drove in a run. He's been Mr. Consistent for the IronPigs this season. His average sitting between 280 and 300 for basically the entirety of the campaign. 1-0 pitch. Keyboom takes a rip, fouls it off. Sealinger just 16 pitches, but the Mets are getting a righty loose out in the bullpen. It's Dan Hammer. 2-1 Pigs, bottom 6. 1-1, Keyboom swings, line drive, right center field. That's going to find grass down for a hit. Up the alley, it's cut off by Morabito. Going first to third is Anthony. Carter Keyboom with a multi-hit game. Puts runners at the corners. 2 outs for Dylan Moore. See if that might draw a mound visit here for Syracuse to allow Hammer to get some extra time to loosen the bullpen. It's the 6th multi-hit game for Keyboom this month. He's at first, Anthony at third. 2 gone in the 6th. Iron Pigs leading 2-1. First pitch to Dylan Moore. Seelinger misses up high. Iron Pigs 0 for 2 today with runners in scoring position. They ended the series against Buffalo really struggling with runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch. Moore takes. Fastball just chips outside corner. A ball and strike. Moore happy to see Jonathan Santucci out of the game. Struck him out looking twice with low fastballs. 1-1. Knuckle curve at the knees. 1-2. Seelinger works with a four-seam fastball, cutter, and knuckle curve. Only 3 pitches he's got. Outfield shades Moore the other way. Couple steps deep for Morbido out in center. 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Moore lays off. 2-2. Two and 2 on Dylan Moore. Runners at the corners. 2 outs in the 6th. The pitch. Moore fouls it off the hands. Out of play. Mauricio deep off the bag. Over at third. Keyboom held on at first. Short lead. 2-2 again. Fastball outside. Moore checks his swing. Easily holds up. Three and 2 on Dylan Moore. Keyboom will have a head jump over at first. Vientos will play behind him here. He's off on the pitch. The 3-2. Foul back. Long at bat for Seelinger against Moore here, which might spend the end of the line for Seelinger if he can't get Moore. The 8th pitch, the at bat coming up next. 2-1 Pigs, bottom of the 6th. Men at the corners, 2 outs. Another 3-2. Moore takes a called strike 3. Fastball outside corner. Gets him looking. It's 3 backwards Ks for Dylan Moore today. See, it goes down to end the 6th, and the Pigs leave runners at the corner. It's on to the 7th. Still 2-1 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
When IronPigs fans need to care for their dogs, they know they can turn to Leader of the Pack Canine Institute. Their award-winning facility provides the best boarding, training, daycare, and grooming for the family. Trust the professionals at Leader of the Pack Canine Institute to care for your pet during your next trip, or even walk your dog while you're away with Leader of the Pack's Iron Pigs. Join the pack at lopci.com or call 610-366-8282. Franchises are now available. Richmar Florence is the line to the and it has been since 1990. From weddings to funerals to corporate events, Richmar Florence does it all. Whether you know exactly what you want or your need is creative magic, Richmar's talented creative staff is ready to help you create a floral arrangement of your dreams. Give them a call today at 610-755-80 or visit our website at richmarflorence.com. Richmar Florence is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley Health, NASCAR, and the Lehigh Phantoms.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 7th, Iron Pigs still the 1-run lead on Syracuse. Pigs 2, Mets 1. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. Pitching change for the Pigs. Max Lazar places Chuck King, leaves in line for the win. As IronPigs call to the bullpen, brought to you by Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. Contact Bachman's today for your next home improvement project. Chuck King, looking for a second straight win, leaves in line for the victory. 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. First pitch to Ronnie Mauricio. This is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Mauricio, the only run of the day off a King, bombed a solo homer back in the 4th. Lazar, the righty, turns and deals. Mauricio with a tapper back of the first base bag. Anthony there to glove, underhand flip to Lazar. Bounces over the base to retire Mauricio. 1 away to begin the 7th. So Chuck would be his team best 9th win if the Pigs can hold on down the stretch here. Lazar coming on, looking for his 2nd straight hold. It's 4-1 on the year. The 4.73 ERA for the IronPigs. Up and down a couple of times. The Big League Club making his 24th appearance. Faces MJ Melendez, left-handed hitter. And the knuckle curve is down the dirt. Lazar, 26 2/3 innings, has punched out 29, walked 11, given up 28 hits. He's only given up 1 run over his past 4 appearances, going back to August the 11th. Has a win and a hold during that time. Melendez in open stance is 0 for 2 today. Pitch home, tries to check his swing, goes around on the appeal to third as he chases down and out of the zone in the dirt. One. Melendez this time commits the swing, but comes up empty anyways. 1-2. 3rd straight knuckle curve from Lazar to Melendez here. Open the at-bat. Infield swings around to the pull side for the left-handed hitter. Lazar's 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2. Mets still with Dan Hammer loosening out in their bullpen. Looks like he'll be the guy when we go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-2. Melendez lines it off the top of the railing, protecting the IronPigs dugout, sending trainer Kato Saji scrambling. Thankfully, that's what the railing is there for. Still 2-2 on Melendez. Lazar delivers. Called strike 3. Fastball at the knees. Gets him looking. 95. Melendez can't pull the trigger. 2 gone in the 7th. One of the things we talked about earlier today on the happy hour weekly visit there, talking about how the IronPigs bullpen has done such a good job of late that basically if the Pigs have the lead going into the final 3 innings, first pitch cutter to Nick LaRusso is on the outside corner. 0-1. You feel like the Pigs are probably going to come away with a victory. And that's just not a recent phenomenon either for the IronPigs. Strike 1 pitch, LaRusso off the end of the bat, fouls it off. 0-2. This season, the IronPigs, when they lead opponents after 7 innings, they're 45-3. Opponents, on the other hand, IronPigs are 9-51 against opponents in the opposite situation when they trail after 7. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Smacks Lazar, the 1-2-3-7. Gets LaRusso to chase the breaking ball in the dirt, strikes him out for a perfect frame. We go bottom 7, still 2-1 IronPigs as it's time to stretch here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and we're going big. Ashley's Labor Day doorbusters start at just $3.99. Plus, shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Huge Labor Day deals. Free delivery. No interest financing.
we got a good stretch in as we go to the bottom of the 7th. IronPigs, the 2-1 lead on Syracuse. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Series opener, IronPigs looking to bounce back from what was a pretty atrocious end of the series. Buffalo last week, back-to-back blowout losses, 8-0 and 10-2. We'll have 9-1 and 2 due up here in the 8th against the new arm on the mound for Syracuse. It's Dan Hammer. Pitch and change for the Mets, brought to you by Lehigh Valley Chimney, keeping the valley safe, one chimney at a time. So Hammer replaces Matt Seelinger. Seelinger works a scoreless 6th, stranding runners at 1st and 3rd. Hammer, a somewhat local product, grew up in Philadelphia, went to Father Judge High School, then University of Pittsburgh for college, drafted by the Orioles. He's bounced around a little bit since then, Orioles to the Rays, then to the Mets. He's had a good year with Syracuse this season, bounced a little bit between Syracuse and Binghamton. Faces Christian Cairo to begin the 7th. Hammer the stretch, the righty comes home. Fastball on the inside corner, cutter. Strike 1. Hammer making his 30th appearance for the Mets, 2-1, with a 2.34 ERA in the year. 34 2/3 innings, 40 strikeouts, 27 walks. Strike 1 on the way. Breaking ball, maybe just a little bit down, maybe a little bit in. A ball to strike. Cairo out of the 9 hole is 0 for 2 today. Hammer, chest high sets, kicks and deals. Cairo with a bouncing ball up the middle, rams off the mound towards second, shortstop short, cuts across gloves, throws just in time to get Cairo. One away to begin the 7th. Nice play by short, having to come across there. A little bit of weird spin on that baseball, coming off the mound as well. Back to the top of the order. Tommy Pham, 1 for 3 today, but has hit the baseball hard all 3 times up today. First pitch, it's a slurve. Outside, a ball and strike. It's the first time I can remember seeing slurve as the pitch description out on StatCast. Honestly, this season, most guys, it is just the sweeper or a slider. Very rarely do you see the slurve anymore. 1-0 pitch, it's cut on and missed. A ball and strike, and that's despite a lot of old heads in baseball saying that, oh, the sweeper's just, the old sweeping curveball or, the slurve. When, I don't know, I think they kind of are different pitches, but that's a battle to fight another day. 1-1, slapped hard on the ground, but foul. First base side, 1-2. To me, the slurve's got a bit more verticality to it as opposed to the sweeper, which is almost entirely horizontal. One and 2 on Tommy Pham. Hammer at the ready, delivers home. Pham swings and fouls it up towards the press box. Hit off the facade again, and then a ricochet back down to the lower bowl. And to me, the difference between a slurve and a sweeping curve is a slurve, I think, has a little bit greater velocity to it, while the sweeping curve, might be more 70 to 72-ish. Try the 1-2 again. Fastball down and away. 97, 2-2. Two and 2 on Tommy Pham. 2-1 Pigs, bottom of the 7th. Break-even pitch. Pham powers it down the right field side, slicing into the People First Plaza. Count remains at 2-2. Pham with his hands hovering over the inside corner. Hammer at the ready, kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. It's the slurve, down and away, gets Pham reaching. Strikeout for Hammer, 2 up, 2 down to start the 7th. Base is empty. Rafael Marchand comes up, continuing his Good Shepherd rehab assignment. Nobody up in the IronPigs bullpen. It tells us that Max Lazar can be trying to get 6 outs out of the bullpen. Marshawn, switch hitter, gets the bat from the left side here, swings to the first one, and off the hands, a ground ball wide at first. Vientos surrounds it, will take it to the base himself. Retire Marshawn, and the inning over. Pigs down in order. We're on to the 8th, 2-1 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Can we cut all? I'm gonna convince anyone. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. And none of this noise is going to convince you that Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste, because the only thing that'll make you believe that is trying it yourself. No, no lasers. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Score and update presented by Ashley. Phillies and Mariners will be coming up tonight at 9:40 as the Phillies out in the Pacific Northwest. In the International League, the Pigs lead still at 2-1 after 7 innings of play tonight in the series opener against the Syracuse Mets. Worcester back in front against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Blue Sox, leading 7-4. Bottom 7 there. Also bottom 7 in Rochester tonight. Bison 6, Red Wings 2 into that one. 3-1 Norfolk over Durham, bottom 7 there as well, as it's still 8-1 Gwinnett over Louisville, that one in the top of the 7. Indianapolis and then a run against Columbus, but the Clippers still lead 4-3 in the top of the 6th. 6-2 Charlotte leads Memphis, top 6 there as well. 7-0 Nashville in front of Jacksonville. That one's in the bottom of the 4th, while Omaha leads Iowa 3-1 after 3. St. Paul with an early 4-0 lead over Toledo. That is early in the bottom of the 2nd. Pigs trying to wrap up a series opening victory of 2-1 going to the top of the 8th. We go back over to Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs 2-1 lead as we go to the top of the 8th. Max Lazar with the 1-2-3-7. Gonna try to get 6 outs out of the bullpen here. Has 7, 8, and 9 due up. DeAndre Smith, Hayden Sanger, Zach Short. Lazar struck out. Final 2 hitters he faced in the 7th. Faces DeAndre Smith, who grounded out twice to short and third. 2 at-bats today against Chuck King. Chuck with 6 innings of 1-run baseball. His team best 6th quality start of the year, surpassing Alan Ronhell. Lazar, high leg kick, comes home. The fastball in the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Actually, I'm selling Chuck short. That was his 7th quality start of the year. It already surpassed Ronhell. 0-1 on DeAndre Smith. Lazar the turn, comes home, misses down and away with a cut fastball. Mets getting their next weapon ready out in bullpen. Stan Hammer with a 1-2-3-7. Pitches inside to Smith. Ball 2. Getting Brian Metour loose out in the bullpen. Or as I should say in the pronunciation guide, Machuire. Pitch home, Smith fouls it off. Two and 2 on DeAndre Smith to begin the top of the 8th. Lazar deals. Smith checks his swing. Appeal to first, and Felix Neon says he held up. 2 and 2 or 3 and 2. Iron Pigs 2 runs in the first on a Keaton Anthony homer. Mets a solo shot in the 4th for Ronnie Mauricio. Hasn't been much action on the base paths in between either. 3-2 off the hands. Smith with a pop-up. Shallow center field. Cairo going out. Thomas from center comes in, makes the call, and the far easier catch. 1 away here in the 8th. So far, it's been fun watching Colby Thomas patrol the outfield for the Iron Pigs. Acquired the deadline from the Athletics. Very athletic, maneuverable outfielder. Still getting used to a little bit the parks here in the International League as he's spent his entire minor league career out west. First pitch to Hayden Sanger. Chops a breaking ball foul. Third base side. Sanger, the catcher for the Mets, 0 for 2. It's grounded third and struck out. Strike 1 pitch. Cutter dances outside. A ball and strike. One of the things for Colby to get used to in center field, especially here in Allentown, is twilight. Dusk monster tend to lose a lot of baseballs up in the sky. Sanger fouls it into the mid. Marchand, 1-2. Seen him already in his limited time with the Pigs. Have to try to adjust to that quickly on the fly. 1-2 on Hayden Sanger. Lazar 4 up, 4 down from the pen. The 1-2. Sanger, another pop-up. Shallow right center this time. Cairo backpedaling, second baseman there this time. Puts it away. 2 away in the 8th. Mets have only had one base runner past now nearly 4 innings. Emilion Pitre with a base hit back in the 6th. Prior to that, Ronnie Mauricio a homer in the 4th. Pigs have only walked 1. First pitch, Zach Short out of the 9-hole. Lazar in attack mode. Fires a fastball inside corner. No balls and a strike. 2 outs, nobody on in the 8th. Iron Pigs on top. 2-1 here. 0-1. Short takes again. Lazar freezes him. Fastball outside corner. 0-2. Lazar a strike away from 2 perfect innings in relief. Lazar's 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. One and 2 on Zach Short. Here it comes. He swings and belts it on a line deep left center field. Fama long run, not going to get there. Lands just shy of the track and rolls all the way to the wall. Short on his way into second. He will stop there. And the Mets, the tying run in scoring position here with 2 outs in the 8th. Just a mistake pitch by Lazar there. Wanted that fastball up out of the zone. Instead, left it right down the middle. Short all over it. Doubles up the alley. His 5th double for Syracuse. He's in scoring position for Nick Morabito. Leadoff man for Syracuse. 2-1 Pigs, top of the 8th. First pitch to Morabito. It's a knuckle curve missing down low. Iron Pigs getting Lou Trevino loose out in the bullpen now. Lazar gets into any more trouble here. Probably be a 4-out save chance for him. 1-0 pitch. Morabito shows bunt and fouls it off the plate. Frankly, a bit of a shocking move by Morabito there. The tying run out at second base. Morabito, who it's not like he's a guy who struggles to swing the bat at all. Sitting 257's got a base hit today. Take your swing to try to tie the game, even with Petrie on deck. Instead, it's a ball and a strike on Nick Morabito. Tying run at second, the 1-1. Called strike 2. Cutter down the knees. Lazar again a strike away from getting out of this, but this is going to be challenged by Morabito. He thinks it's down low. And upon review, he's right. Call in the field overturned. Mets retain their final challenge. 2-2. Or 2 balls and a strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Lazar finds the zone this time. Knuckle curve, bends in onto the inside corner. 2-2. Pigs lead by a run, top the 8th. Series opener against Syracuse, trying to stay in the postseason hunt. Tying run at second, the 2-2. Splitter down the dirt. Morabito not interested. Full count. It's the first splitter Lazar's used out of the bullpen. It's been very heavy on the knuckle curve, which makes you think what direction he's going to go here. I can't imagine he's going to double down on the split. Short just rocked the fastball. Feels like the knuckle curve is probably the call here. See what he's thinking. short. The tying run leads from second. The 3-2. It is the cutter. It's down low. Morabito lays off. Ball 4. And for just the second time today, the Mets have multiple runners on base, and the first time since the first. And Tank Adamson very quickly comes out of the dugout for the Iron Pigs. He's walking out to the mound. Points to the bullpen, and that's going to be all for Lazar here. Max retires the first 5 he faces. Has his final 2 hitters down to 2 strikes, but can't get out of this 8th. Leaves the tying run at second. Go ahead and run it first. Lou Trevino going to try to come on, get out of this jam. 2-1 Pigs. We got a pitching change here in the 8th. On the Pig, we'll be back in 60 seconds. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show. The thing that surprises me is what Alabama used to be. They'd run the football. They ranked 124th nationally in rushing yards last year. And the recruiting class for 2027 ranks 32nd. The schools in front of Alabama in recruits for next year include Minnesota, Vandy, Kentucky, Cal, and Georgia Tech. You can see where, man, do you need a good season. And I think Alabama could start out the season maybe 8-0. If I'm looking at the schedule correctly. But for Kalen DeBoer, now this is what happens. You'll get the, well, what's his buyout? You'll probably hear that. If they slip up early in the season, he is owed $67 million.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan, Dennis, and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the 8th, Iron Pigs protecting a 2-1 lead here over the Syracuse Mets. Mets rallying, though, with 2 on and 2 outs here in the 8th, first and second. And Lou Trevino will try to come in, get out of this jam for Max Lazar on this pitching change for the Pigs, brought to you by Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. Contact Bachman's today for your next home improvement project. Lazar an inning and 2/3 right now, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's not allowed to run, but is responsible for both runners on base here. Trevino inherits these 2 runners, so tries to probably get the final 4 outs of the game here. His last time out in Buffalo on the 20th, converted the save for the Pigs on Thursday night, tying him with Seth Johnson for the team lead with 6 saves on the year. 6'5", 230-pound righty. He's 3-0 in the year with a 1.82 ERA. First pitch to Emilion Pitre. This is inside with a sweeper. Pitre has been on base twice. He walked in the first, singled his last time up. Left-handed hitter. Infield set up to pull here. Third baseman Kemp does stay a little bit tighter towards the third base back. 1-0 pitch hits him in the foot. Trevino loses control of the sweeper, hits him right in the front foot. It's no worse the wear as he walks on down towards the first base bag. For the Mets now with the tying run at 90 feet away and the go-ahead run out at second. The base is loaded for what will be a pinch hitter here, Billy Amick.
Now, pinch hitter for the Mets, number 11, Billy Amick.
Amick pinch hitting for Mark Vientos, who had been on a rehab assignment but slated for just 3 plate appearances here today. 7 innings. Gets pinch hit for here in the 8th. So Amick playing in his 6th game for Syracuse. First pitch on the way to the right-handed hitter. Takes a fastball for a strike. Amick, one of the guys that was acquired at the deadline by the Mets. He's originally a 2nd-round pick, Minnesota. 5 games for the Mets. Just 2 for his first 20, and he swings through the 0-1. Trevino jumping ahead on him quickly, 0-2 here. Bases loaded for the Mets. 2-1 Iron Pigs, top of the 8th. 0-2 on Billy Amick. The 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball down and away. Trevino, big tall righty, big bushy black beard. Set with his glove to the chest. The 1-2. Down the dirt with another sweeper. Amick learned the lesson. Checks his swing. He lays off. 2-2. Bases loaded for Syracuse. Pigs trying to protect a 1-run lead in the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Trevino blows the fastball by him and strands the bases loaded here in the 8th. Pigs maintain their 1-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pigs 2, Mets 1. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight from the New Kids on the Block. New season, new style. Ashley's Labor Day sale makes it easy.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and doorbusters start at just $3.99, plus no interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Doorbusters start at just $3.99. Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening now.
What do you do when you're already the best Honda dealer in the Lehigh Valley? You keep getting bigger and better at Phillipsburg Easton Honda. With the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Advantage, you get more value, more convenience, and more for your money, including free oil changes for 4 years, owner cars, free multi-point inspections, and more. This Honda summer event, visit Phillipsburg Easton Honda, Exit 3, Uniontown Road, or start saving now at BEHonda.com. See Phillipsburg Easton Honda for complete Advantage program details.
This week's Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, is senior forward Lizzie Pendle of the latest girls soccer team. Lizzie scored a team-best 21 goals last season and had 32 assists, leading the Great Hornets to a record of 8-4. She was named first team all-conference in season 2. Tune in each Friday to the Service Electric Happy Hour as we announce the next Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, the nation's first cable company and your local internet provider. Call them at 610-865-9100 or go to secctv.com. You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 8th, Iron Pigs still the 1-run lead here. It's the Pigs 2, Mets 1, as Lou Trevino gets out of the jam for Max Lazar, stranding the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. First jam the Pigs pitching had been in basically since the first. Lou gets out of it, hopefully on the path to a 4-out save here. See if the Pigs can provide him any insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th. As Otto Campbell lead it off against the new arm on the mound for the Mets. It's Brian Maguire. Maguire replaces Dan Hammer through a 1-2-3 7th. Maguire, right-handed pitcher, making his 7th appearance of the year for the Mets. He's got a 2-1 record with a 2.57 ERA so far. 6'3", 175-pound righty, stretches and deals. First pitch fastball. It's a cutter, inside corner. No balls and a strike. Maguire, 7 innings, 15 strikeouts, 5 walks, has only given up 4 hits. Hands the belts. Strike 1 coming. Cutter way outside. A ball and strike. Otto 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in first. Iron Pigs' only offense coming on a Keaton Anthony 2-run homer back in the first. 1-1. Fastball. Threw it by Otto. Swings right through it. 1-2. Kemp, Anthony, Rincona is due up here in the 8th. One, two. Swing and a miss. Foul tip held on to by Sanger. Kemp leaning out over the plate, trying to get that cutter. Sound on strikes to begin the 8th. Brings up Keaton Anthony. Sole source of offense today for the Pigs. His 2-run homer back in the first only came about because Kemp beat out a double play ball, and then after getting picked off at first, was able to make it to second safely thanks to a poor throw from Mark Vientos. First pitch is in for strike. Speaking of Vientos, he was pinch hit for in the bottom or top of the 8th by Billy Amick. Amick stays in the game and is now playing first base. 0-1, Anthony swings, gets under it. High fly ball, right center field. ambling in. MJ Melendez gathers under it, makes the catch. 2 gone in the 8th. Dwyer was signed by the Mets, actually re-signed to a minor league deal back in December 2024. Broke camp with Double-A Binghamton this year, where he had a 4.38 ERA. Promoted to Syracuse at the beginning of August. Missed 2023 and 2024 after 2 Tommy John surgeries. From the belt, first pitch to Gabriel Rincones, misses up and away. A ball, no strikes. Originally drafted McGuire in the 40th round by the Mets in 2018 out of Louisiana State University of Alexandria. Pitch home, Gabe swings and misses. A ball and strike. Out of Natchitoches, Louisiana. One. Rincones swings and drills it off his foot in the box, and he's down in a heap. Oh boy, gets back up, rolls back up quickly. So he had flung his bat towards the Mets dugout. The bat boy will come up and retrieve it for him, and Gabe immediately shoots out a palm to the IronPigs dugout, telling trainer Keita Sachi, "Don't you dare come out here." Gabe very quickly up to his feet here, gets a nice applause from the crowd. One-two, breaking ball drills Rincones in the kneecap. So after nearly injuring himself with a foul straight off of his foot, Rincones gets hit by the very next breaking ball. Thankfully, it seemed like that got him off of the meat of the calf, as opposed to the bone there. Gabe on base for a 3rd time today, extends the 8th. Gabe a single, a double, and now a hit by pitch. He's at first. Allows Colby Thomas to hit. Two to 1 IronPigs upon the 8th. Thomas 0 for 3. Takes the first pitch. It's Cutter diving down it in. 1 ball, no strikes. Right on right matchup. High leg kick, the pitch home. Thomas swings and misses. High fastball. One pitch. Thomas with a line shot out towards straightaway center. Sizing up though, Morbido in a couple steps. Puts it away. And the inning over. Pigs, Strander, and Kona's aboard, and we're on to the 9th. 3 outs away from a victory to the IronPigs 2 and the Mets 1 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Kawardi. I work in human resources and air products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving here.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Medica. I work in hydrogen energy systems and air products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike clubs.
Air Products, working here, living here,
Top of the ninth, Iron Pigs 3 outs away from a series opening victory against the Syracuse Mets. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Lou Trevino trying to get the final 3 outs of the game here. Came on the 8th, got out of a bases loaded jam for Max Lazar. Max with a hold, inning in 2/3 scoreless, and Trevino trying to get his team best 7th save of the season here. He's got to go through the teeth of the order. 4, 5, and 6. Ronnie Mauricio leads things off, takes a changeup, missing down low for ball 1. Mauricio has provided the only run of the day for Syracuse with a solo blast back in the 4th. Now it's off of Chuck King. Trevino the stretch, 1-0 pitch. Cutter darts inside, ball 2. His only run that Chuck allowed on 4 hits, 6 innings of work. Tries to get his 9th win of the season. 1-0 pitch, or 2-0 rather. Cutter inside corner. Trevino on the board here in the top of the 9th. Lazar then an inning in 2/3 scoreless. Trevino cleaning up scraps he left behind in the 8th. Kick in the 2-1. Change up, fades down and away. 3-2, or 3-1. Mets 1 run, 5 hits, have committed 1 error. Pigs 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Three-1 coming. Mauricio swings, it's a high fly ball deep straightaway center. Thomas back to the track in front of the wall. He's got room. Makes the catch as he went all the way back to the wall, touched up with the palm of his hand, then came in a few steps to retire Mauricio. One away to get in the 9th and exhale. Mauricio nearly doing it himself entirely today to tie this game. 1 out, nobody on for MJ Melendez, who's also got home run power. He's got 15 on the season. Left-handed hitter. Trevino comes home. It's a called strike. Iron Pigs this year, 18-20 in 1-run games. And if this holds, will be their 39th 1-run game this season. Basically 1 out of every 4 games, a 1-run contest. Strike 1 pitch. Change-ups down and away. Trevino, by the way, inheriting 2 runners. In the 8th, 1-1. Cutter clips the outside edge. 1-2. It's now meant he's inherited 18 runners this season. He's allowed just 4 of them to score. 1-2 on MJ Melendez. He's 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch home. Just got a piece of it. Dribbles it to the backstop. Infield swings around to the pull side for the lefty. The 1-2 called strike 3. Front hip sinker, tails back to the edge, but Melendez is going to challenge this. Thinks it never got back, and Trevino did it. Call in the field is confirmed. Trevino front doored it on him. Second strikeout for Trevino out of the bullpen, and the Mets down to their final outs. Right now the win goes to Chuck King, the loss to Jonathan Santucci, and Lou Trevino an out away from his 7th save of the season. Only thing standing in his way is Nick LaRusso, the DH. Right-handed hitter swings to the first pitch and chops it just foul down the third base side. No balls, a strike. Right now Rochester trailing 6-2 in the 8th. Indianapolis, though, leading 6-4 in the 7th. So as things currently stand, the Pigs would not be gaining any ground. Indy, chance to move into sole possession of first place. 0-1 pitch. Cutter, up and away. A ball and a strike. One and one on Nick LaRusso. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Base is empty, the pitch home, he swings and pops it up. off the hands behind the plate. Marshawn back on towards the backstop. He makes the catch. Onto the warning track. He has room. LaRusso retired, and the ball game is over. It's a 1-2-3 finish for Lou Trevino in the ninth. And the IronPigs a one-run win here in the series opener. Take it 2-1 over the Syracuse Mets. Dynamite pitching from Chuck King, Max Lazar, and then Lou Trevino with a 4-out save to finish it as the Pigs open this series against Syracuse, the 2-1 victory here on Tuesday night. We'll go ahead, take a break, and come back with totals and a recap on the Staybird Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is on, and we're going big. Ashley's Labor Day doorbusters start at just $3.99. Plus, shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing and free delivery and setup. But that's not all. Ashley's throwing in a free smart TV up to 75 inches. Yes, free. Huge Labor Day deals. Free delivery, no interest financing, and a free TV. More savings, more value, more reasons to shop Ashley.
This is The Herd. ESPN Plus with Colin Cowherd. Now, Philadelphia Eagles. The Herd's threw an interception in camp, which is like giving up a home run in spring training. It doesn't matter. New receivers, new personnel. And they post on the Eagles' social media right on cue. Now that's Q is the nickname for Kenyon Mitchell, who's a great young corner. It got 15 million views, and they never took it down. If you were confused or bothered, you know who wasn't? Jalen Hurts, because he didn't ask him to take it down. By the way, Josh Allen threw an interception in camp on like Monday, and Buffalo posted it. It got 500,000 views. Right? The Eagles never took it down. They never took it down. And if you're a star quarterback and go to the social media guys and say, hey, what are you doing? This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we roll and easy free. Sometimes one and one makes two. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates can also buy.
Thanks for listening to IronPigs Baseball. IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, Ebron, The Morning Call, and WFNZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybird Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam Jelinek.
Welcome into the Staybird Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth here at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown, PA, where the IronPigs have just wrapped up a series opening win against the Syracuse Mets. 2-1 victory for the Pigs. Dominant pitching, Keenan Anthony with a 2-run homer. And the Pigs come away victorious here in the series opener, needing every win they can wring out down the stretch here in what will now be the final 24 games of the season. Let's get your totals and recap real quick before Jack Heim will have you for the rest of your post-game show. This ball game, well, as you can tell by the final score, it was pitching dominance. We got all of our offense out of the way by the end of the fourth, and all of our offense came in the form of just 2 swings. For the Pigs, it was a 2-run homer for Keaton Anthony in the first. Only came about because Otto Kemp beat out a fielder's choice, then got picked off but made it to second safely thanks to some hustle and a poor throw by Mark Vientos, allowing Anthony's at-bat to continue. He homered to give the Pigs a 2-0 lead. Chuck King was putting up zeros 3 in a row to begin the game. Gave him 9 straight scoreless innings, but he did allow a Ronnie Mauricio solo homer in the 4th, snapping his scoreless streak. Mauricio solo bomb, the only run of the game for the Mets. That homer didn't deter King, though, as he then went on to retire the next 6 in a row. Gave up a base hit to Emilion Petrie in the 6th, and then struck out Mark Vientos to end the 6th and his day. Handed the ball off to the bullpen, and Max Lazar retired 5 in a row. Gave up a double and a walk in the 8th. Lou Trevino came in, was able to get out of the jam as he stranded a couple men aboard. And then in the 9th, a 1-2-3 frame. Finished it down, and the Pigs come away with a 2-1 victory. Final line score for the Pigs, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They leave 7 on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They leave 5 on base. The winning pitcher is Chuck King. Chuck with his team best 9th victory. He's now 9-6. He goes 6 innings. Gives up just 1 run on 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The losing pitcher is Jonathan Santucci. Santucci gives up the 2-run homer to Keaton Anthony, the only damage against him. 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He's now 0-3 on the year. The save goes to Lou Trevino III. It's his 7th in as many chances. Leads the team now outright with 7 saves. So he gets the final 4 outs of this one. Strikes out a pair and does not, or actually allows just 1 base runner on the hit by pitch of Petrie. Started tonight's game at 9:45, finished at 2:19. Time of game, finished at 9:04 for a time of game of 2 hours and 19 minutes. Had it backwards on my card there. In front of 6,912 here on Tuesday night at Coca-Cola Park. With the victory, the Pigs 26-24 in the second half, now 61-64 on the season. The Mets, they fall to 26-25 in the second half, 64-62 overall. IronPigs take the series opener, and we'll try to make it back-to-back wins in Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. Speaking of, it'll be a 6:45 first pitch tomorrow for the Pigs, where it'll be Drake Fellows on the mound. Drake 5-2 with a 4.98 ERA after 5 scoreless innings last week. Against TBD for the Mets, it'll be a bullpen game for Syracuse, so kind of spin the roulette wheel, and whoever opens for them is whoever opens, but they will be trusting in the bullpen for the entirety of tomorrow's ball game. First pitch, 6:45. Pre-game show hits the airwaves, as always, at 6:15. That'll about do it for my portion of the broadcast here on Tuesday night. As always, a big thanks from me to you for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. Big thanks, Jack Heim back in the studio, keeping me company. Big thanks to our partners who make IronPigs Baseball possible, our naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B-Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for Game 2 of the series. Until then, your final score is the IronPigs 2 and the Mets 1. Thanks so much for listening. Jack Heim as you the rest of the way here on the Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for
All right, good stuff, Jack.
that includes all of your home
Likewise, as always, Sam.
And I'll talk to you Thursday.
Thursday.
All right,
Yes. Until
sounds
Thursday.
good.
All right.
All right, see
Take
ya.
care, man.
Thanks.
Morningstar living community, you have every